have a shorter path length in a large tabless cell than you have in the smaller cell with tabs. This is a big deal.
For cylindricals to be able to get rid of the tabs dramatically simplifies winding and coating.
Yeah.
And has an awesome thermal and performance benefit. And so when we put it all together and go to our new 80 millimeter length, we get 5 times the energy with 6 times the power and enable 16% range increase.
I would say it's probably about a year before we get to the 10 gigawatt hour annualized rate with the pilot plant. And this is just a pilot plant. The actual production plants will be more on the order of maybe 200 gigawatt hours.
Possess a shorter path length in a large tabless cell than you do in the smaller cell with tabs. This is significant for cylindrical, since being able to do away with the tabs greatly simplifies winding and coating and has an amazing thermal and performance benefit. Therefore, when we combine everything and go to our new 80 millimeters length, we get 5 times the energy with 6 times the power and enable 16% range increase. I would estimate that it will take us approximately a year to reach the 10 watt-hour annualized rate with the pilot plant, which is just a pilot plant. The actual production plant will likely be more like 200 watt-hours or more. Welcome to Tesla Stock News, your go-to resource for the most recent information on market trends and Tesla's groundbreaking technologies. We're going to explore a revolutionary advancement at Tesla today, the 4680 battery. The 4680 battery, which was introduced at Tesla's Battery Lab, has the potential to completely transform the electric vehicle market by reducing production costs and improving battery performance. In this episode, we'll look at its history. We'll also look at the implications of these advancements for future Tesla models in the broader EV market. Stay tuned as we discuss this exciting development, but first make sure to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Tesla Stock News. Day in 2020, the challenges faced in its development, particularly with the dry cathode process and how Tesla overcame these obstacles to potentially set a new standard in battery technology. Viewers of Tesla are seeing firsthand the impressive outcomes of Elon Musk's straightforward and assertive leadership style. Earlier this year, Musk gave his 4680 battery team a harsh deadline to address the problems and cut expenses, or else the entire 4680 program would be canceled. Tesla is currently reporting a major breakthrough in the manufacturing of its 4680 rechargeable batteries, so it appears that this risky gamble paid off. The company had been battling ongoing issues that had prevented the 4680 batteries from living up to the high standards set during Tesla's 2022 Battery Day event. However, indications of change were beginning to appear when Tesla announced a series of corporate layoffs earlier this year. Among the most notable departures was Drew Bino, Senior Vice President of Powertrain and Energy at Tesla, who was a key player at many of the company's critical moments. Bino's exit was a glaring indication that a significant strategic change was required after a pivotal Tesla executive left. Elon Musk promptly established a firm and rigorous environment among his team. He offered a clear ultimatum: either effectively develop and increase the production of 4680 battery cells, or risk the division's dissolution, which was the fate that befell the supercharging division. This stern order highlights Musk's straightforward strategy for making advances. Under pressure, the outcomes were notable and fast after just 3 months of establishing this difficult objective. Regarding the current state of Tesla's production capabilities, the company has impressively scaled up to meet significant manufacturing demands. In addition to increasing its 4680 cell production by an impressive 50% from the first to the second quarter, Tesla also achieved a significant reduction in the cost of goods sold. These achievements highlight the potential for rapid progress when urgency is coupled with clear objectives. Presently, Tesla is manufacturing 46 0 cells a week, which is equivalent to assembling over 1,400 Cybertrucks and about 100 million batteries annually. This production rate demonstrates the company's continued dedication to innovation and scale, indicating that Tesla's ramp-up phase is still accelerating. To further build on this momentum, real-world testing of a prototype Cybertruck featuring these in-house manufactured dry cathode 4680 cells was started by Tesla in July, which was a significant development. This is an important step because it brings Tesla closer to realizing the full potential of its battery technology innovations, paving the way for future developments and strengthening its position as the market leader for electric vehicles. In the fall of 2020, Tesla achieved a major milestone with the release of its highly anticipated battery. Day-long celebration introducing the 4680, a revolutionary battery cell design. As batteries are the most expensive part of electric vehicles, this new cell was not only bigger and more potent than the standard cylindrical cell, but also came with an audacious claim to cut the cost per kilowatt-hour of energy in Tesla vehicles by 56%. This innovation might have significantly lowered the cost of Tesla cars without sacrificing performance, or conversely, it could have increased performance without raising costs. Despite these encouraging possibilities, obstacles hindered the 4680 battery. Manufacturing intricacies. The challenges revolved around the dry battery electrode process, which Tesla acquired through the purchase of Maxwell Technologies in 2019. This technique aimed to significantly shrink and cheapen the battery production line while boosting the speed and volume of production. Typically, battery production involves a wet process where liquid solvents are mixed with other materials to meld them together into a ribbon, which is then dried out. This process is not only time and energy intensive, but also involves handling toxic chemicals and managing off-gassing issues. Tesla aimed to transform this procedure by switching to a dry technique, which would do away with the necessity for these troublesome procedures. The whole goal proved more difficult to achieve, even though Tesla was able to successfully apply the dry process for the anode or negative side of the battery, which is mostly composed of a layer of graphite on copper foil with some silicon for the simpler and less expensive part to make. This story of creativity and difficulty at Tesla asks viewers to contemplate the wider ramifications for the future of electric vehicles, in addition to highlighting the difficulty of developing new technologies. Tesla's ongoing attempts to perfect the dry electrode method will finally result in its revolutionary promise being realized. Both the industry and consumers eagerly await developments, but the road to cathode perfection, the positive side of the battery, which is far more complicated and expensive to produce, proved to be more difficult. The cathode switch to dry manufacturing presented several challenges. Elon Musk previously stated that the hardness of the dry cathode material caused dents in the rollers, rendering them ineffective. Every time one of these vital machines was damaged, there was a 45-day downtime period while replacement parts and repairs were made, which significantly slowed down production. The metal rollers used in the battery production process are known as calendaring rollers, where the powdered cathode material is compressed to a specific thickness and rolled out flat like pasta. A close-up picture of a damaged cathode roller taken by Enzen provided a striking illustration of this problem. It showed how the roller's functionality had been entirely compromised by the abrasion caused by the dry cathode material, which had stripped the roller's chrome plating. For Tesla to overcome the significant obstacles connected with the production of dry cathodes, a coordinated and calculated strategy was necessary. Insider reports indicate that Tesla had to make significant adjustments to its manufacturing procedures in order to better accommodate the unique characteristics of the dry cathode materials. This extensive overhaul was not a quick fix, but rather a part of a 5-year story of relentless experimentation and innovation aimed at overcoming a number of technical hurdles. Tesla also had to upgrade its production equipment to more robust and advanced machinery capable of handling the strict demands of the new manufacturing method. Fortunately, a recent study does suggest that Tesla is certain that they have at last developed a design and a method that would let them to create their cathodes in large quantities using a DAR process. This delayed post-report suggests that Tesla has now figured out how to manufacture dry cathode, which is one of the crucial technologies that should enable Tesla to produce goods at a much lower cost. As demonstrated by a recent release confirming the resolution of the ongoing challenges with the dry cathode process, Tesla's commitment and effort have finally paid off. This milestone was made possible in large part by Lars Morvey, the lead engineer for the Cybertruck project. He verified that Tesla had successfully constructed the first validation Cybertruck using the recently refined dry cath process. This is not merely a prototype. Rather, it signifies a significant step toward full-scale production. The truck, which was photographed by an enthusiast and is distinguished by its fully blacked-out design and battery cathodes produced on Tesla's upgraded mass production equipment, which is more than just a test rig. It is a fully functional production line that can produce 100 million more cells, proving that Tesla is prepared for widespread deployment by the end of 2024. Tesla hopes to make all Cybertrucks run entirely on dry-processed 4680 cells, which would be a major advancement in the battery industry. This milestone not only demonstrates Tesla's engineering prowess, but also establishes a new industry benchmark that could impact future advancements in the electric vehicle space. This change in manufacturing is anticipated to greatly increase the 4680 cells production volume, possibly allowing Tesla to meet the high demands of its Giga Texas facility.